Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Real Positive Girl podcast. My name is Sabrina. Happy Monday to you all. I hope that you guys all had a fantastic weekend, that you got lots of things done. Do you feel accomplished? Do you feel like you were productive? Do you feel like it was a good weekend? I hope that the answer to all those things is yes. But if it's not, it's totally fine. There can be a mixture, weekends can be up and down, or you can have like a really good Saturday and like a rough Sunday, or vice versa. You know what I mean? So anyway, I hope that it was a good weekend. And I hope that you're having a good day today on Monday. I love Mondays because they give you an opportunity to kind of just start your week over again. There are so many opportunities for you to accomplish things during the week and feel productive and have new opportunities come your way and just feel like it's brand new and there's so many possibilities, and the last week or days or whatever is behind you and you can move forward without those things weighing you down. So I hope that you feel that same way as well. Also, I wanted to encourage you guys that if you want to come over and say hi to me on Instagram, I am at Sabrina Joy Perozo. I'd love to hear from you. But let me go ahead and let you know what we're going to talk about this week. I know that was like way too many words for me to say that, but this week, we are going to talk about getting help or asking for help. And you might think that this topic is not something that needs to be discussed for 5 days long, but you'll be surprised at how much information and research and knowledge that I'm able to bring to this subject. And I found that it is super important to talk about because I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it, or they talk about it kind of just in passing, flippantly on the go. And especially during this time where the world is right now, I feel like we should all be at ease with asking other people for help, seeking out help and assistance in our everyday life and in the things that we're trying to accomplish despite what's going on around us. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Before I jump into what we're going to talk about specifically today on Monday, I want to encourage you to take the 5-minute reset if you find that you are having a rough day today, if you feel super overwhelmed, anxious, feel like there's so much stress, just all over you. If you feel like there's so many issues and problems just burdening you, I encourage you to take the 5-minute reset, which is to just take at least 5 minutes to be by yourself, where you come back, reset your day, come back to baseline, just kind of like take a breather, release any burdens that you have or any troubles that you're dealing with. Also take some time to problem solve any issues that you are currently facing head on, and so that you can after you leave the 5-minute reset, you're able to deal with those problems and have a better rest of your day, or tomorrow, or the next time that you're able to problem solve those issues. Also, I always encourage people to create a gratitude list of at least 4 items, and those can be really big, really small, or really medium things. You can be grateful for being able to go on a nice drive this weekend. Maybe you hit the lake because it was super hot. At least it was where I live here in Washington State. Or maybe you're grateful that you got time to just have some downtime and be alone, or sleep in, or whatever it may be. And the beauty of creating a gratitude list is there's a never-ending list of things you can be grateful for, because they don't have to be really, really huge things that are happening in your life. But after the gratitude list, make sure that before you leave the 5-minute reset that you feel at least neutral, if not positive, about the rest of your day, because you don't want to go and pass your negative mood and feelings onto anyone else. You want to be able to kind of change and shift your mindset, and it's really easy to do that when you create your gratitude list, because you're thinking of amazing things that you're still blessed with, that are still going right in your life despite the things that are going wrong, or the troubles and stress that you are experiencing. And usually the negative things are more in your face than the positive things. So I encourage you to take a step back and really realize how blessed you still are despite what you're going through. But again, I do hope that today, Monday, you're having a fantastic day. And today, Monday, we are going to talk about why asking for help is necessary. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. Asking for help can be extremely difficult, especially if we are the type of person that likes to get things done on our own, or we let our ego get in the way. And I know that some of the thoughts that prevent us from reaching out to someone else for their expertise is the fear of looking weak, experiencing anxiety, breaking down our ego, or even questioning our own abilities to get the job done. But I'm here to tell you that asking others for help is very necessary and will get you to your endpoint much quicker and more efficiently. And I know that asking for help is so tough for so many people, and we're definitely going to dive into that this week. We're going to talk about how your ego and your pride and all the thoughts that are preventing you from asking help, why those are wrong, obviously, and how we can combat those things so that you can reach out for help. But also there is the issue of you feel like you're burdening people, or maybe you're not sure how you go about asking people or where to look for help. And we're definitely going to discuss those things as the week goes on. But it's such a simple thing. And I know a lot of people may not have trouble reaching out and asking people for help and being like, hey, can you do this for me, or can you assist me in this? And I do understand that some people might even abuse that request, asking people to do things for them all the time, and it's not necessarily help, but you're trying to kind of delegate and make someone else do it, but you're calling it help, you know what I mean? But no, I'm specifically talking about how to ask someone for their true assistance in what you're doing. And not asking for help when we need it is just us getting in our own way, honestly. And the best way to get over this type of thinking is to think of asking for help as connecting with someone else and being more efficient, rather than seeing ourselves as a burden. And we will talk more about this week. We're definitely going to break down how asking for help will connect you with other people, and how to come away from the mindset that asking for help is creating a burden for others. But yeah, I just not asking for help, we're definitely getting in our own way, because, if you could easily complete or satisfy the project or achieve goals, if you just had a little bit of help there at the end or the middle or wherever it might be, then you can get it done. You can move on and you can be proud and move on to the next thing. But if you're like, no, I can't ask for help, I got to be able to do it all on my own, you're getting in your own way. You're preventing yourself from being able to reach those goals and satisfy those needs that you have. So I would encourage you to think of it that way the next time you're like, no, I don't need help, when really you do need help. So for now, let's focus on why asking for help is super important. Asking for help is important because you are only one person. No one really knows how to do everything or has the knowledge to know how to accomplish everything themselves. You are just a single person, and I understand that it can be really easy for certain personality types, and mine included, to believe that you need to do everything yourself. You cannot look weak. You have to keep everyone at arm's length, because you feel like I know one of the flip sides of wanting to do everything yourself and not asking for help is because you feel like people might come in and ruin it or wreck it. I definitely have an issue with that. It's definitely control issues that can really prevent you from creating that connection and reaching out and asking someone for help. But those are definitely things that you should focus on working on, because again, you get in your own way, you're not as efficient, you don't get things actually done, and you miss out on potential connections with other people while asking for help. And you are only one person. Why not do the whole it takes a village to come together and achieve all our goals together? And maybe there are definitely going to be certain things that we have to do on our own, but if we can get help and kind of live and work as a cohesive community, I don't see anything wrong with that. And it's true that having the ability to manage everything ourselves feels very empowering. I totally get that, but we must understand that as humans we have limitations, and even if the limitation isn't our knowledge, it could be our time. And this is actually something that my husband is talking about all the time. So this weekend we were discussing about how I was kind of feeling overwhelmed lately with a lot of chores and specific projects that we have around the house, and he was talking about, well, maybe, do we need to get someone to come over here and help? And I am vehemently against that, and I'm not against it because I don't believe in that, because I cleaned people's houses for a decade as a job full time, so I don't have any issues with that. It was just more of I feel like I need to be on top of that. I need to do everything because I feel like inside I have the capacity to do that, which I feel like is true, but honestly, I need to take a step back and change my perspective. Just to be real with you, I need to do that. I need to take a step back and change my own perspective and mindset on getting help, even if it's just like every once in a while, just to kind of catch up and feel like I'm not overwhelmed and be able to focus on other things. And that whole ability of being able to focus on other things, because like I told you, I understand what needs to get done. So it's not that I'm lacking knowledge, but I'm lacking time. And if you are able to have someone come in and help you and assist you, and that'll give you more time to focus on things that are a little bit more important. Like for me, it would be focusing on, my podcast more, or other projects that are more important around the house and organizing things, as opposed to, taking the time to do the dishes and scrub the baseboards and all these other little things that we could easily have someone else come and help us do. So sometimes it's not just about feeling like you don't know what to do, but that you know exactly what to do, but you just rather or be best to use your time in a different way, which is why we should ask for help. Other people love to help. I personally feel, despite how things actually turn out in certain circumstances, that it is a human nature to want to help others, and allowing someone else to assist fulfills that human desire. So I totally believe that. I am one of those people. I like to be the helper, where I'm able to reach out and help people, or if they ask for my assistance, I'm like, yay, especially if it's something geared in the vein of something I'm super knowledgeable about or experienced in and that I enjoy doing. That gets me really excited. I'm just like, oh yeah, you want me to come help you organize or pack boxes, or do you want to help me come clean? Like, I can definitely do that. You want me to come help you pick out certain outfits or whatever. Like, it's amazing. Or help you figure out what to bake, because I'm a really big avid baker, and I used to do that as like a little small business hobby on the side. But yeah, so it's just, people love to help. There's definitely some people out there that maybe don't like to help as much as other people, so that's totally fine. But I feel like based on my research, it is a basic human nature response to want to help, and by allowing someone else to come in and assist you and help you, you are helping them fulfill that drive and desire that they have inside of them. And a lot of people, including myself, find fulfillment and joy from helping someone else, and it feels even better when you get asked to assist someone else. You feel needed and wanted. And I know the fear of burdening someone is one of the reasons you may not ask for help, but it's generally not the truth. We'll speak more on this tomorrow specifically, but yeah, a lot of times, we're so afraid, me included. I'm like, I don't want to burden them. I don't want to bother them. I don't want to overwhelm them with the way that I'm feeling right now, because you think that your emotions are going to transfer directly over to them, when you may not realize and understand that they are able to deal with it because they might not have as much on their plate, or the thing that you're asking them to assist you with is something that they find so much joy and love and care in, that they're like, yes, bring it on. I need more. I would love to help you with this thing. And it could be things as random as like painting your house. Like, let's say you're trying to, fix up your home, or you're getting it ready for sale or for renting or whatever. And you're like, oh, I am just not good at this, and you'll put all the tape down and stuff, and then you ask someone to come in and paint, and maybe they're an artist, or maybe they just really enjoy like home renovation stuff, and you ask them, hey, can you come in and help me paint? And they're like, yeah, I'd be glad to, because it's something that they actually truly enjoy. So I would encourage you to realize that next time you have fear of stepping out and helping and asking someone to help you in whatever you're doing, and ask yourself, if the thing that you're asking them to do is something that you already know they really enjoy, then why not ask them? And the worst thing that could happen is that they say no. And if they say no, that's fine. Maybe you have someone else you can ask, or maybe you do try to do it by yourself. That's totally fine. And if they say no, it might not necessarily be because of you, but it could just be because they don't have time to help you, or they have other obligations, and that's just how life is, and that's totally fine. There shouldn't be any sort of feelings of rejection or negativeness at all, because if they have something else to do, maybe they try to reschedule or offer their help at a different time, that's great as well. And lastly, let's talk about growth opportunities. And growth opportunities are super important and necessary, obviously. I talk about growth a lot, and the opportunity to have growth, learning opportunities is so amazing and important. And obviously, you will be learning from whomever is teaching or assisting you. And so I'm encouraging you to take the opportunity to learn something new or brush up on something you may have forgotten. So maybe you used to know how to make certain recipes or dishes in the kitchen, or maybe you used to know how to do some home renovation stuff, but you just haven't done it in like 20 years, and you're like, no, I don't quite remember how to do this, or do stuff on your car, or like whatever it is, then by asking someone to help you're gaining the opportunity to also learn how to do it. So for me, recently I had a tire blow on my car, which was really sucky, and I honestly did try to figure out how to replace it myself, because the last time this happened, or the time before last, I don't know, I've been having kind of bad luck with that. I hope that goes away, but I saw someone, I asked for help because I had no idea what to do, and the person that helped me was trying to show me how to do it, and I was like, okay, great. So when it happened this time, I did attempt to do it, but it didn't work out because the situation was a little different and it was a little more unsafe. So I actually had to call someone and be like, hey, I need you to come help me, please, with my blown out tire. And I watched them again to get a better idea. And then I understood that the circumstances were different for changing this tire, and like where my car ended up having to be parked, and this, that, and the other. And so I learned more. And so I took that opportunity to learn about how to change a tire in that situation. So it was really beneficial to me. And so I'd encourage you that if you do gain the courage and use it and the strength to ask someone to help you, then take that as an opportunity to also learn how to do the thing that you're asking them to do, if you can. And I'm not saying that every opportunity when someone comes to help you is going to be that. Like, for example, when I say that the reason that you're asking someone to help you is because you don't have enough time to do everything, because obviously we already discussed, you have the knowledge and the ability to do it, you just don't have the time. But let's say you're asking someone to come in and do something that you don't remember how to do, or you just haven't ever done before, then you shouldn't just be like, okay, I need you to help, and then not pay attention. You should definitely take the opportunity to understand what's going on and how you can retain that information and maybe use it next time that happens, that problem comes up, or maybe you didn't fully learn it, but a couple more times that you ask for help, you'll be able to gain that knowledge and do it for yourself, and maybe teach someone else if they ask for help. So also, along with people loving to help, teaching is also very fulfilling for some. So just understand that if you ask someone for help and you don't know how to do it, and you're taking that opportunity to learn and grow and gain new skills and knowledge, just know that you also might be contributing to that person feeling fulfilled, because they're taking the opportunity to teach you, and they might really enjoy that, and that gets them really excited about whatever the thing is that you're learning how to do and that they are helping you with. So I hope that this all made sense about why it's super important to ask people for help and reach out and do that. It's just important to realize that you're giving yourself an opportunity to grow and learn, and someone to teach you. You're giving someone else the opportunity to help you, and that might be really fulfilling and happy and joyous for them. And it's also important to realize that you are only one person. You know, you might not have enough time, and you need to humble yourself a little bit to understand that that's totally okay, and that by reaching out and asking for help, you are most likely not going to be burdening that person. All right, guys, so thank you so much for listening to the Real Positive Girl podcast. Again, my name is Sabrina. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode, and if you enjoyed it and know someone else that would really enjoy it, I encourage you to share it with them. I really appreciate all your guys' support with the podcast. It's definitely something that I love so much. I look forward to doing the research, coming up with the topics, recording, getting out there. I encourage you to let me know any feedback that you have. Come visit me on Instagram at Sabrina Joy Perozzo, or my email address is in the description box along with notes for the show for this episode. So let me know any questions, comments, concerns, prayer requests, feedback, topic suggestions that you may have. But until then, I hope that you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Happy Monday, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.